Hello and welcome to another episode of MOPO, where we discuss matters of personal opinion. It's all MOPO. Today, we're going to be doing a little something different, doing a little something special. Since, you may or may not know that we're from Philly. You may or may not know that we just won the Super Bowl. But We're going to let you know how much you need to know in a short series of videos. I'm not sure how many, but keep an eye out. It's going to be probably at least a handful. I'm here, as always, with @DaveRoach83 and a very special guest, buddy of ours from way back. Very happy to have him here. My buddy, Jeff Jofa. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna talk about the reactions to the Super Bowl first, because it's been a while. Well, no, it hasn't been a while since we've been there, but it's definitely.
Well, it's been a little bit since we've been there, but they ain't never won.
Never
before.
won.
Never won.
1933.
1933.
Well,
1960 wasn't.
Well, yeah, but they won NFL championships. I guess they never. The Super Bowl only has been around.
I got you.
So we're talking about this is post Super Bowl era, not pre.
Okay.
So yeah, from 1960 till right now, I've been waiting for the city's
52 Super Bowl seasons to finally have a own.
I believe the Eagles are the city's favorite team too. Everybody loves the Phillies. Most people love the Sixers, and people, if they remember the Flyers, are like, yeah, I love the Flyers.
There's some hardcore hockey fans.
We got a lot of hardcore hockey fans out there.
A lot of females I know
that were only Eagles fans. This is about the Eagles,
right? But this is the championship we've been waiting for, and
to start, did either of you think that this was going, knowing that we were going to the Super Bowl? Was your faith outright, or were you like, man, I hope we don't mess this up?
Oh, no, I had a strong feeling we're going to win this game.
Oh, okay. So going into it, you were like, we're definitely going to win.
Realistically, take the fan away. I hate New England. I love Philly. The Eagles have a better team.
Okay.
So, just outright from that, I'm like, the Eagles are probably going to win this game.
How about you?
I'm not going to lie to you. When Carson Wentz went down, I thought our chances of winning the Super Bowl, we had a slight lower chance. But after watching what Nick Foles did to Minnesota, after seeing that, my heart instantly said, there's no way we cannot lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was basically the cementing of my confidence was that Minnesota game. Number one defense in the NFL. The best defense since 1970-something, which just so happened to be another Minnesota team. Whatever. We trashed that defense. And I'm going to say we a lot, but, the Eagles, whatever.
Man, he was on the field, Jeff. You don't know because you've been in New York, but he was out there.
Right. Bleeding. But I knew after that game they were going to win. Absolutely. Absolutely. But, on to the actual game.
Yeah, what would you say was your favorite part?
Well, I think the favorite part was winning.
Well, no, I mean, what was your favorite play? Not counting the very end.
The very end is the very end, because I think that kind of the game was already won before the final play.
So your butt didn't even pucker? Like, they might take this.
No,
they would have needed a 2-point conversion right off the bat. But
let me start off with, to me, there were 4 plays in that game that were just... I will always remember these plays, no matter what happens, unless I get Alzheimer's or something.
I still remember just these
probably
plays.
Still remember these plays.
Who are these kids? But the Eagles.
You remember that play?
The first one that sticks out in my mind was, I'll call it the hit.
Now, folks out there who may not have seen the Super Bowl, we're not saying there's anybody out there who didn't see the Super Bowl.
Nobody in this room here.
The hit he is referring to is the hit that Malcolm Jenkins put on Brandon Cooks.
This boy, he catches the ball. Now, up to this point, this is early in the game. Brandon Cooks is kind of, having a good little game here. And in the AFC Championship, he had over 100 yards receiving versus Jacksonville, who was touted as just as good as Minnesota. Their defense, they had 6 players on that defense go to the Pro Bowl this year. So if he's burning that kind of defense, he can very well light us up too. My man catches the ball, and he's bouncing around this little 3-yard area, and all of a sudden just gets laid out. My man, Malcolm Jenkins, hit him with a clean hit right in the mouth.
Right in the mouth, because when you're a receiver or a running back, the rules change to the hit to the helmet rule that applies to a quarterback out there.
Well, he led with his shoulder, and, if his helmet got touched or whatever because he led with his shoulder, oh well. And that dude went down with sack potatoes, did not come back to the game.
Now, as Dave was saying earlier, this guy, Brandon Cooks, was Tom Brady's favorite receiver in the deep ball, plus 20 yards in the whole league. He had the most catches over 20 yards. So remember this later.
Right? So, speaking of Tom Brady, the second play that I will always remember, no matter what, I'm watching the game, and I cackled like an old witch. I laughed so hard at this dude because New England tried to do a trick play. We're going to do a reverse and throw it to Tom Brady. And Tom Brady's running down the field. He looks like he's wide open, and he just lets that ball drop right through his hands. Because I'll tell you right now why he did that. Because in his peripheral vision, Tom Brady got great peripheral vision. He's the greatest of all time or whatever. Number 24, if you watch the replay, you'll see in the distance, over to the left, number 24 on the Eagles was coming. And he saw that dude, and he did the old Ricky Waters, alligator fingers. I'm not catching that ball because I'm old and I want to breathe. So I'm not catching that ball and getting lit up by number 24.
And for me, the play that he's talking about, the same play we're talking about, how Tom Brady did not catch the ball. If you watch the video, it looks like he's just running lazily out there. He's not even running a route. This dude looks like he's frolicking out on the side of the field. He's so happy he's open in the Super Bowl. I'm going to get the ball thrown to me. And what happens? Instead of catching the ball like he should have, he saw the ball coming, got scared, didn't want to get hurt because he's an old man. So
he's old, man, and he showed every year of that age. So the third play, they call it the Philly Special.
Woo!
And this is the play that will probably go down in NFL history or whatever. Like, they talk about, the helmet catch.
Or the immaculate reception.
Whatever. They'll talk about the Philly Special forever because it's 4th down. And they're going to do a trick play on the goal line where Nick Foles comes up to the line and he's talking to the offensive line, and they snap it to the rookie running back Corey Clement, who pitches it to the third string tight end, who then tosses it to the backup quarterback Nick Foles for the touchdown.
That was some Little Giants shit.
So we said a rookie to a third stringer to a backup quarterback. The Philly Special.
And they succeeded basically in the play that New England just tried to do, and they messed it up.
The difference between our play and their play was our play worked, number one. But two, the trickery when Nick Foles is in the shotgun position and you think they're going to snap on the ball. It's 4th down. They're maybe trying to get New England to jump off sides. Maybe they're just trying to call timeout when there's 1 second left. Walks up to the line of scrimmage. You're like, what is this guy doing here? And then it's a direct snap right to the running back. Nobody's seen that coming.
I'm sorry, but if I'm anybody on New England and I'm seeing Nick Foles just standing there by himself, he's going to get laid out, and nobody touched that man. Just let him frolic right into the end zone, turn, catch, secure. I'm already in the end zone, touchdown, just walking away. And it was fantastic. But, as you were talking about earlier, that, clenching moment, was I worried that they were going to, pull it out at the end like New England always does? No, because with 2 minutes left in the game, they were down. And they had the ball. And we can't stop those dudes from doing nothing, just like they couldn't stop us from doing nothing. And Brandon Graham comes up with the strip sack. I'm telling you, all I saw was the ball leave Tom Brady's hands. And I freaked out. I called my man Jeff, who's still in Rochester this time. floodgates are open for my eyes. I knew.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh God, man, we're gonna win!
I knew
this
it.
was a long time coming.
You
You knew on this play when he fumbled that ball. They say defense wins championships. This was an offensive game. Everybody loves offensive games. It was a shootout. It's just what you wanted to see. The big guy and the little guy, or whatever they want to call it. But here, you seen him lose that ball, and our guy picked the ball up. You knew right then, if there was any doubt in your mind, we weren't going to win. You instantly knew right there was, yes, we won the game. Now, granted, there was still 2 minutes left in this game, but you had that feeling of, there's no way we're losing this game because we're already winning, and this is the end of it.
And yeah, like, because it's like, yeah, it sounds funny and all, but it really wasn't a funny moment for me waiting 34 years. Since 1997, being diehard, watching my grandfather die on a Sunday, and the Eagles winning on that day, and every day since then, wanting with everything you got for the Eagles to actually win, and have everybody else tell you, the Cowboy fans, the Redskins fans, the Giants fans, the Steeler fans, the Raven fans, they all say, you're never going to win nothing. You never won jack, and you ain't never won. Guess what? You're dead wrong.
Monkey off the bat.
And, that strip sack is where I really knew we were going to win the game. Granted, we kicked the field goal after that, and the last play of the game, like you're talking about, they did try to throw a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And, he catches that touchdown, miracle. And then they do the 2-point conversion, because that wasn't even a one in the game.
No. They would have had to do the 2 points.
Yeah, they would,
and that would have only tied.
Yeah, and miracle, and then third miracle that they come down and win in overtime. All these teams, the Minnesota Miracle and all these comeback miracle drives to Tom Brady. The Eagles never depended on no miracles. We just depended on our team being good, and I think that's why they won. Belichick was outcoached. Brady was outplayed, and our defense made just enough plays to win the Super Bowl.
If you would have watched all season, you know that the Eagles' defense is a defense that causes turnovers and make plays happen. This game, there was a lot of things that happened earlier.
You know what's crazy, though? And I swear, I just thought of it right now. How many games ended on the Eagles' defensive turnover where they ran it into for a touchdown, or they just ended the game on the defensive play?
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you haven't watched all season, there's a lot of games where the other team was trying to form that, what you want to call, miracle play against us. The Rams tried it, and they didn't. The Giants tried it, and it didn't happen. Now, New England tried it, and it didn't happen.
And, but, yeah, no, and I believe that, that's our Super Bowl game reaction, Super Bowl 52. Our reaction, thank you again for Jeff for sitting in. Hopefully,
thanks for having me.
Right, he'll be able to sit in on a few more of these, and,
See him again. Down in the likes, he's number 1 of the 5.
Yeah, I was going to say,
whoop, whoop, that's me.
Jeff, a.k.a. one of the 5 consistent views that we have for each one of our videos.
Until we say Eagles, Super Bowl, and the word win, and then we get 100 of them.
Right, but and we do appreciate that. We appreciate every one of the views we get. Please like, share, comment, subscribe.
What were your favorite parts of the game? Did you have any what-if moments?
And remember, it's all a matter of personal opinion.
It's all MOPO.
It's all MOPO.